It's Brittany.
We get a lot of questions from parents and young families of whether or not the car seat fits in what model the best. So let's take a look. We got nearly every model BMW here. That's my kid's car seat. This is a 2018 X3. As you can see, things are looking a little tight. It works in the back seat. Your front seat on the passenger side, not bad overall. I'm 6'3", I'm definitely not gonna be in there for a long road trip, but if I'm driving and my wife is up front, it might work. Let's put it right behind the driver. Not bad. I could sit there as a 6'3" dude behind my kid, or vice versa. X3's a little tight, but manageable. 5 Series is gonna fit. Let's check out the 3 Series. Ah, come on. This is my 1.5-year-old's rear-facing seat. And there we go. She's just in. Now this is a newer F generation 3 Series, and I can tell you from having an E90, it works, but your passenger is gonna be pretty uncomfortable. You as a driver, if you're just taking your kid to daycare or what have you, it's gonna work out just fine. But on the 3 Series, not bad overall. I'd say about the same amount of room as the X3. Of course, if you have more than one kid, you might wanna look at upgrading to an X5, or even the bigger brother, the X7. I broke out a sweat just doing that. Lord. So we're narrowing down our X3 inventory. They've been going quick. This is a 2019 with only 90,000 miles, black. You guys saw the white on black 2019 that we sold to a good friend of ours in the racing community. That we took over the weekend and delivered it out in Clemens, North Carolina. This is the black 19 with 90,000 that's remaining. Over there you got the X3 M40i, which we looked at last week. Those are the only 2 remaining X3s left. We have another 2016 X3 becoming available, but they are going quick. My favorite though, I gotta be honest with you, stepping up from the F generation, the F25 to the G body with the B48 engine series. Outside of the normal maintenance, the cooling system items like some of your hoses, your thermostat, your water pump, these guys have been exceptionally reliable, exceptionally stout. And the G versus the F drives a whole lot better. This is nice. All right, latest edition, 2018 340 Xi, so all-wheel drive. It's a 2-owner from North Carolina, owned locally here in the Raleigh area. No modifications, B58, 57,000 miles. I believe it's sparkling graphite, if I'm not mistaken, on the outside with black interior. Got a ton of options on it. Premium tech, heads up. Harman Kardon audio, and no modifications whatsoever. We've had a lot of people ask for 340 B58s with all-wheel drive. A lot of our followers from up north have wanted one, so got it in. Just got it listed a couple days ago. Check it out.
It's a sad day, but it's gotta happen. I listed my 99 M Coupe for sale. This has been a great car. This is a dream car of mine for a really long time. The listing just now went live on Built for Backroads. 99 M Coupe, Arctic Silver on a Storal Blue with 142,000 miles. I listed it for 20 grand. So if you or anybody you know is looking for a clean driver's example with lots of maintenance, this is it. Jay, I'm sure will link the link somewhere to the listing. It's not, like I said, it's on Built for Backroads. Those guys are awesome over there. Please check them out. But yeah, it's an M Coupe, but it's not the M Coupe. So I'll be back in another, don't worry. But for now, bye-bye. So long, sayonara. Now, I expected to love this car, but I did not expect to love it this much. This is our 03 Z4 Roadster 2.5 with a 5-speed. This is better than a 3.0. This is almost as good as an M. Like, this thing is awesome, and for the money, like, this is gonna be a sub 10K car, and it's so fun. The gearing is so good. Oh, you can't even see me. It's a beautiful 75-degree day in February here in North Carolina, and Jay and I are having a blast in this 2-seater convertible, aren't we, Jay?
What more can you ask for?
This is also not the only one we're getting to. We have a red one coming in as well. Only difference being that one has a little bit less mileage, and it also has a manual top, whereas this one has an electric top. So if you're looking for a fun little weekend cruiser that's cheap, this is it.
All right, Jay, what we're going to talk about today is first-time vehicles for first-time drivers. I have 2 teenagers. One of them started driving a year and a half ago. My other is getting his permit, hopefully on Friday when I take the day off and go bring him there. But we're going to look at some cars that are budget-friendly, that are reliable, and they're good first-time cars. So this is one of our sub $10,000 cars. It's $9,000 for this car. It's a 2010, 99,000 miles on it. It had a leak from the oil pan gasket, so we went ahead and replaced that. The passenger side engine mount was faulty. We went ahead and replaced that. Both rear shocks leaking. Went ahead and replaced those along with the bump stops. Did an oil change, changed out the brake fluid, changed out the cooling system, and the e-brakes were not holding correctly. Someone had put on the wrong rear rotor, so we went ahead and replaced the rear brakes complete, pads, rotors. So on this car, we just did $3,600 worth of work, and we're selling it for $9 grand. But as far as a low mile car for someone just getting their license to hop in this car, they're safe, they're reliable, and it's gonna get them another 100,000 miles until they're out of college.
That's crazy.
Yeah, it's a great car. And if you don't believe us, go look at Marketplace and see how many E90s there are out there with 200,000+ miles on it. It's a solid platform.
So I don't have to buy the car, do the work. You already did the work.
Pretty much.
Perfect.
And this is the car right here. White on tan. It's a great first car. Put your kid in something newer, you can go with an F30, that, you know, like an F-Series generation car, something that's going to have, you know, CarPlay or like that. To me is pretty important. Like, it's nice for your kid just to get in and have, you know, their maps load on the screen.
Versus a Versa.
Versus a Versa, yeah. Nice stereos, like, yeah, I'd never put my kid in a Versa, ever. That, absolutely, all day long. That's a great car.
It's all just so organic.
Yeah.
So organic.
S52. So we're going to talk about just general maintenance and what typically fails in the S52. And they're honestly a fantastic engine. The oil filter housing gaskets, they leak, it's typical. You get your valve cover leaks, that's normal. You get your oil pan gasket leak, that's normal. Power steering fluid leaks, that's normal. Cracked radiators, that's normal. But as far as internal engine components go, it's solid. If you're going to track the car and beat the ever-living crap out of it, high rev it, I'd recommend either welding the oil pump nut or putting some sort of like safety device on it so it doesn't fall off. That's another known issue, but that's only on high revving track cars that typically happens with. But just like your maintenance, 60,000 mile plug intervals, 2 years in the brake fluid, 4 years in the coolant. But other than the standard BMW oil leaks, these things really don't have that many issues.